Hey, what's going on, guys? This is your boy Cwil, back to you with another video. Super excited today. Why? Because today is Tuesday. Yep, today is Cwil's Tech Tuesdays, and man, we got some great news to talk about today. But before we get into this video, man, if this is your first time here, welcome. Here we do everything tech, all things tech. Whatever it is, we like to do it. And if you are a returning viewer, I appreciate you the most because you keep everything going. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So man, I sure appreciate y'all for checking out the stream last night. So every week now, we are definitely going to be streaming on Sunday nights, but last night we did it on a Monday. So we streamed Gears 5 last night, and man, we was playing horde mode and it was amazing. So if you have had a chance, definitely make sure that you go check it out. I had some good stuff. We streamed for about an hour. So I'm looking to stream every Sunday at 10 p.m. at Eastern Standard Time. So hey, don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit the bell to receive all my notifications. And man, let's take a look at some of the tech news that we got today. So first things up, man, you would not believe they're talking about the PS5. Now with the PS5, believe it or not, they gave a release date and then they gave it an actual name, and it's called a PlayStation 5. Who would have thought? And we also have a release date, holiday 2020. Oh my gosh, it's a miracle. Yeah, that's a release date. I don't understand. That's not a release date. So, but just to kind of go over a couple of things here, they're saying late 2020 launch, which is also the same time they're going to be releasing the Xbox Project Scarlet. And of course, you know, they're supposed to have some out of this world hardware. Definitely that's going to be quote unquote rivaling PC hardware. But we don't know what the cost is going to be just yet. Hopefully they keep it. I'm thinking it's probably going to be around about $499, maybe $550, $600. So when you start getting around about the $600 mark, you're talking about around PC territory. So I don't know if they're going to go that far. But with that being said, some of the confirmed specs, they're definitely talking about that they're going to have hardware ray tracing, which if you're not familiar with ray tracing, is one of the things that Nvidia kind of kicked off with their RTX line of cards, and basically it's, you know, making the reflection of light very realistic, whether, you know, for windows to different metals, surfaces, you know, glass, stuff like that. There has been different implementations of ray tracing, global illumination, reflections and stuff like that. But they said that this new hardware is going to be a part of the actual PlayStation 5 and also the Xbox Scarlet. So definitely going to be looking forward to that. It's going to be an 8-core AMD chipset. Yep, they're using Ryzen architecture for the new systems now. 8K compatible, keyword compatible. And they're definitely supposed to have like super speedy load time. So I'm thinking they're going to be using some sort of type of NVMe drives, SSDs for loading and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, it's actually estimated to be up to 19 times faster than a traditional SSD. So I'm thinking if it's Ryzen, it's probably going to use some sort of type of customized PCIe 4 generation 4 technology, because, you know, with Ryzen and their new X570 motherboards, they're the only ones that's actually supporting the actual generation 4. And with those speeds, from what I've seen so far, because they have them out right now for the X570 boards, they actually have the chips that are pretty much read and writes 5,000 gigabits per second. So yeah, it's definitely, I could definitely see that happening. It also talks about the physical game size for the PS5 is going to be 100 gigabytes for the optical disc. It's huge. And it's going to double as a 4K Blu-ray player. So it's almost kind of like a given. I would have thought that they would have added the actual the Ultra HD, you know, 4K Blu-ray and the PS4 Pro, but obviously it can't handle it. It's going to have Dolby Atmos, which is, you know, if you have a surround sound system and TV that also supports that, that's going to be sweet. Now, there's also rumors that the PS5 could be backwards compatible with the PS4, PS3, PS2. So that'll definitely be something that would be sweet if you have a large collection of games and you can be able to go back and you can play that stuff. Listen, I love all games. I like all technology. I absolutely love my custom PC. I don't think there's anything out there that could be the actual custom PC that's set up the right way. But I am very intrigued on some of the actual hardware that they're putting into the PlayStation 5. And I'm also intrigued on how it's going to fare against a 2080 Ti GPU. So we're definitely going to see. But again, this is not released. We're talking about a whole year and some change from now when this is going to be released, and there's no telling where CPU architecture is going to be at that time. So super excited about when this is going to release. One of the things that also excited me about the PS5 was the actual controller. They talked about it's going to have some of the triggers is going to be adaptive feedback. So imagine being able to shoot a crossbow, and some of the actual controls on, you'll be able to feel the actual effect that's taken to a whole nother level. So it's going to simulate these type of actions that you're going to be doing within the game. So that's going to be actually pretty dope. Definitely going to be looking forward to that. Definitely going to be looking forward to the Xbox Scarlet. I do know some more information is going to be released on the Xbox Scarlet. But PlayStation, man, I remember having my first PlayStation and it was absolutely amazing. But I switched over to PC gaming lately and it's nothing like it. So hopefully they could deliver on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Scarlet. But that's the PS5 news that we got so far. All right, so moving on. Now here's just a quick update about Modern Warfare, Call of Duty. Now it's been a bunch of news about Modern Warfare that I'm not gonna go into with Blizzard and the loot boxes, all this different type of stuff. Listen, I just want to play the game. I played the multiplayer. It was absolutely amazing. I'm just waiting for that to come. It's supposed to be released on October the 24th, so we don't have too much longer. So definitely get that. But one of the things I just they did an update about the actual 175 gigabytes worth of storage. Now my last week tech news video, I talked about you're probably gonna end up needing 4, 5, 6 terabyte hard drive, and this is the reason why, because they said that basically the 175 gigabytes is basically what you would need if you did all of the downloadable content for the game. So this says that on initial install it's going to be a smaller file, which is probably still going to be around about 100 gigabytes, maybe 125, but for all the downloadable content, it's going to be 175 gigabytes. You still have to find room to do that. So I'm still looking to upgrade to a 2 terabyte NVMe drive just for gaming, because I'm running out of space. So something to think about. And once you go SSD, there's no turning back to hard disk platters. That's just not going to happen. So yeah. Now Red Dead Redemption 2, there was also an update on this too. Now for this one, some of the PC requirements, as you can see here, one of the biggest updates was also the actual space, 150 gigabytes. So again, you are definitely going to need some hard drive space just with these two games alone. That's almost 400 gigabytes worth of hard drive space for 2 games. So that is absolutely crazy. But you got to do what you got to do. Make some space, delete some games, or upgrade your hard drive. So let's go, baby. All right, next thing that's up on the list. Now, AMD, because you have the new PlayStation 5, the Xbox Scarlet that's going to be coming out and released next year, which both of the actual consoles are based off of the new Ryzen architecture. That also means that AMD is soon to release, as soon as December, ray tracing support in their new graphics cards that were recently released. So we're talking about the 5700 XT, possibly I know they're talking about the 5500 and stuff like that, but yeah, look, listen, ray tracing is something that's here and it's not going anywhere, and it is the future for gaming. So it's a lot of games that's going to be releasing real soon. Even Call of Duty Modern Warfare is going to have ray tracing support, and so AMD had to jump on the bandwagon. So they knew that this is coming, so they're going to be released. It's going to be in the driver update, so that's going to be pretty cool to kind of check out. I definitely want to see about getting a 5700 XT just to test out in my system. I'm also looking at building another system just to do tests pretty much kind of like a test rig, just testing out hardware, stuff like that. So that's coming in the future on the channel. So I definitely want to see how AMD handles ray tracing versus how Nvidia handles ray tracing. So that'll be something cool to take a look at. And speaking of more ray tracing, it's just taking over the actual news. Nvidia has released an actual gaming studio, and basically what they're doing is that they are actually remastering a lot of their classic games to have ray tracing support. And so you've seen what they did in Quake 2 and also Minecraft and stuff like that. It makes the game beautiful. I don't see a big deal in this in terms of I'm not going to be I'm not going to be going back and looking at these old games and reinstalling stuff like that. But if there's something that you're into, you already have these games and they're going to be coming out with these updates and stuff like that, be something pretty cool to check out. So last but not least, so we had the release of the Google Pixel 4 and Pixel 4 XL today. And as you can see, this really reminds you of something that was just released not too long ago. It's called the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro. There's so many other different design ideas that you could be able to come up with, but I like the Pixel phones, but I don't like them. It's a love-hate relationship with the Pixel phones. I like it because it's clean Android. You know, you definitely don't have all of that bloatware. I do know one of the biggest things this year, because normally they will release these just on Verizon, but now they're going to be available at all the carriers. This is actually going to be released on October 24th. You can actually go ahead and pre-order these today. So the prices, I do know, they start off at $799, and that's for just a regular 4, and then it actually goes up to an additional $100, $899 for the XL. And some of the colors that they have, they call them Just Back, Clearly White, and also a limited edition, which is also orange. Nothing really changes with the phones and stuff that are coming out lately. I do know the Pixel is definitely known for its camera. They have one of the best cameras on any smartphone. They have what we call here is live HDR with dual exposure controls. I do know they added a telephoto lens instead of a wide angle lens. Now why they did that, I do not know. So on the Pixel 4, it's definitely going to have a 90 hertz display, and it's a dynamic, so which means that it changes throughout the actual use of the phone. So you may have some instances where you may not need the 90 hertz and it just drops back down to 60 hertz to save on battery life. And speaking of battery life, the XL has a 3700 milliamp battery, and then the regular 4 has a 2800 milliamp battery, and it's kind of a small battery for a phone. Definitely when you got phones that's lasting all day and then some. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, what this comes out to. And then the phone also comes with the Snapdragon 855 Plus. It's kind of like an overclocked version of the 855, and it comes with 6 gigabytes worth of RAM. And so, yeah, hopefully that's enough for it to do what it needs to do. I do know that the iPhones, they come with 6 gigabytes worth of RAM as well. But we all know Apple does, you know, a lot of optimizations when it comes to iOS. And the Pixel 4, I do know, is getting better. So some of the features on the Pixel 4 that I heard of is, one, you'll definitely be able to do with the actual Google Assistant, it'll definitely be able to transcribe your actual voice into text in real time, and that's going to be on hardware, so it's not going to be using the internet or anything like that. Now another cool feature about the Pixel 4 is definitely, they call it radar. And basically it's like motion detection. So being able to, like, if your phone was ringing, you could be able to put your hand over the phone or be able to get ready to pick it up, and it lowers the actual silence of the phone and stuff like that. You being able to actually use this chip for all different types of other things is going to be actually pretty cool. So it's not a whole lot of changes that came to the actual Pixel lineup. Of course, you know, they made the actual camera a little bit better. And definitely when it comes to night sight, and HDR and some stuff like that. So if you haven't had a chance, you know, go check out the actual Pixel 4, see how you like it up against iOS and the iPhone 11 Pro. And again, hopefully one day I may be able to get some of these devices sent my way. So that is all that we have today for Cwil's Tech Tuesdays. Man, and so don't forget to hit like, hit subscribe, and hit the bell to receive all my notifications. Follow me on social media. That's at Wilcreatives. That's on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Wilcreatives. And man, I'll see you in the next video.
Came through dripping Aquafina, I'm sipping 15, kept a weapon on me. make digits, I'm on my business. Stack chicken like what it's gon' be. Crew in the cut, hey, you want us red run when I tell a bit peace. Love is love. Love is love. Adios. Bendo with the switch again. Boy, the